Yes, boys, and we're back. It is the Sorare Working Man's Road to Glory. First of all, I just want to say sorry that I've not been here for 2 weeks. I've actually been on holiday to Lanzarote. I did come back a couple of days ago, but I've been swamped with work and everything else. As I said, it is the working man's road to glory, so a man does need to go to work. The man's also got a nasally voice. Got the old lemsip out and not feeling too good, but I really want to get this video out to you guys because a lot has changed with the club, the gallery, in terms of I put an awful lot of money in recently. I went on a bit of a spending spree. Shh, don't tell anyone. So I went on a bit of a spending spree. Under 23s is legit, absolutely legit, minus the big boys like the Mbappes and the Haalands, etc. Them 4 or 5 big boys in each of the category. Take them boys out, we've literally got the creme de la creme right on there, you know what I'm saying? So a nice caramel latte flavour players, that's what we're about right now. Not only that, what we're going to do in this video, just to make it a little simpler, because I only literally have 15-20 minutes. My brother's literally just bought a property a couple of days ago. We're helping him move in this weekend, me and the wife, and he's going to get buy a car as well today, and it's his first car, so I'm also helping him do that. So basically, there's going to be a few changes to the video. If you guys aren't aware, my brother is essentially an IT technician. He knows everything about computers, etc. He, a full-time job just like me, and he does like to do my videos once a week, if he can, twice a week. So, moving forwards, as of next week, will be in his property doing these videos, so you'll see probably the background and everything will be slightly different, but as I said, yes, so just to kind of give you boys an update more than anything else, or girls, whoever's watching. Now, if it is your first time watching my videos, I would just like to say thank you very much. Honestly, it means the world to me. All you need to do, if you are new to this platform, Sorare, do your own research, because it's your own money going in. But once you buy cards for the football, the NBA, the MLB, this is the time to get in. The Premier League license just been announced, etc. So there's a lot of buzz around Sorare. All you need to do is go onto this link right here, highlight that. You can go on, set that up. That's like an affiliate link essentially. Everybody gets one. You go into the market, go into new card auctions, buy 5 players off the market, and once you've gone ahead and done that, you will get a free card. I get a free card as well, so it's both a winner-winner chicken dinner. Now, without further ado, what we're not going to do on this video is talk about the last couple of weeks about games, etc. Because I'll just show you who I won, and we'll go from there. We're going to start to talk about the players that I've got in right now and new players that I've gone ahead and bought. Alright, so the easiest way to probably go ahead and do this is we're going to talk about the players that I bought first, under 23s, and the easiest way of doing that is we're going to click under 23s, filter this bad boy. As you can see now, it says 2003, it was around 245, it was around about 1.70, so I have got roughly about £2,500 into the Sorare currently, and obviously if these players all rise and go up in the coming weeks, it could even go even higher. So, goalkeeper, I got Nicholas Heddle. We're going to click on this boy straight away and we're going to have a look at him. So, goalkeepers, the way the goalkeepers work is you can play Donnarumma and stuff, and it's a few £100 and a few other players. The way I've done the under 23s as well is I could have easily gone for players that were maybe as good or better, but they were already 23 years old, and I would only get this year's utility on them. They probably would get me higher scores this year, but I didn't want to just gamble buying them and then sell them in a few months. So I've gone for players that are specifically trying to get around the 20 to 22. Most of my players are actually around 21 years old, so I'm going to have at least 2 years utility before I'd sell them or use them. This guy is actually, it says 20, but he's actually 21, so I've got 2 years on him. Again, I could have gone for another goalkeeper that was maybe slightly better, but it would have been 22 or 23 already, so I wanted a bit of utility. So I've got Nicholas here. Now, the way I did these 7 under 23 cards that we're going to do is I did them all on the credit card. Never used the credit card before. I just normally have the funds in the account. I put it in. then you don't pay like the extra service charge for using the credit card, and it's about 10% each player. So when you get a player here that was £115, I ended up paying another £10 or £11 on this player because I used the credit card. So it was like £125 for me, but obviously for the player it was only 115, and I did that on all 7 players. So I probably spent somewhere between 50 and 80, maybe 70, £80, 70 to £80 extra on these 7 players. I didn't need to do that. I did that because I used the credit card. So I could have, with that 70, 80 quid, I could have gone ahead and bought another player. But at the end of the day, I've got the players. I did overpay for about half the players that I bought. I overpaid by £5 to £10 on each one because I wanted specifically like the 2022 card, and they were charging £10 more. So some of these players are going to be inflated. But we look at let's get on this. So we've got Nicholas here. This boy doesn't very rarely keep a clean sheet. You can see he's done a few clean sheets, but predominantly they always concede a goal. Look, conceded. I mean, there's only 2 games in the last 10 that he didn't there, but even when he does concede goals, nearly 60 points with his accelerator as well, which I think was 3.5%. That would hit him around the 60, around the 50 points, around the 45, so on. That would be about 65 points. And he's a goalkeeper that plays week in, week out, 90 minutes. He is playing until, mid-March. I've got another, 4 months, 5 months on him or whatever. So that's absolutely fine. I can always trade him for another goalkeeper when March comes or something, or February. So that's not a problem. So we've got Nicholas here, and again, it plays for SK Rapid. Now we go on to the next one, which is defenders. I went ahead and bought myself a Benoit Badiashile. Now he plays for Monaco. He's a regular. He's only 21 years old. Well, France, it'll be international because he plays internationals as well. He has gone on a bit of a slump, and the reason being, when I was looking at this geezer, it was around the £150. That was literally only around a month and a half ago, and I was thinking I want him, but it'll be around 150, 170. I ended up picking him up for only £69, like 70 quid. So I knocked like £100 off, 80 to 100 quid. And the reason being is he'd had an injury and he was out for a couple of games. And then as soon as he came back after a game or two, he got another yellow card. But he'd already had 5 from the start of the season. So he had a disciplinary and he wasn't going to play. So he dropped. Yeah, I could have waited and maybe knocked another fiver off him there. But I got him here, and I think he'll rise back up to the 150 fairly soon as he gets back in next week and gets a couple of clean sheets. So I think I'm 50 to £100 in profit on that guy within a few weeks. We'll have a look at his scores, and as you can see, Monaco are absolute beasts at the moment. You can see starts 30, entered from the bench. Now it says not in the squad, but you got to remember as well that's predominantly because he's only just come into this season. This is from the last year, and if we did it from like the last 3 months, from when the season started, you'll see it only goes down to 3, and then he starts virtually all. This is when he got the injury, and that's when he got the and I think he was out for another reason as well, international match or whatever it was. So we have a look at his scores. Let's see what we currently have here. You can kind of see, look, 70s, 80s, 70s to 80s. I mean, yeah, the guy just literally bangs out scores. He has had a bit of a bad run, which is why he dropped, but he's class. It's just class. He has the ability to score a couple of goals as well. And again, Monaco are playing all the way until June. So I've got loads of utility, and he's still got another 2 years on him. So I'm very happy. But because of that, I wanted 2 defenders, 2 midfielders, 2 strikers, and 1 goalkeeper that are all competitive in their field. So I went and got myself a Mies Hilgers because I like 20. It's just the way it is. I've got their goalkeeper, Lars Uneman. I have their who is it? I've got a midfielder. I'll have a look. I've got a midfielder for them as well, and now I've got the defender. And I'm gonna probably go ahead and get the striker at some point as well because I just like the team. They're doing really well. Now you can see here I did get overcharged £71. Other people have paid roughly about 60 quid. So I was £20 over. That was actually one of the cheap, in fact the cheapest one for the 2022. I could have probably got him for that price, but it would have been a 2021 card. Now I actually don't care about the 2021s, 22s just because they were under 23s. I wanted it. This guy, you can see here, he's got a really good run of fixtures coming up. Runs until the end of May, going into June. So that's fantastic. You can see here that he literally does score minimum always around the mid 50s with his accelerator, which I believe was like 7.5%. So I've got a great percentage on him. That's always going to be around the 60 mark, whether he concedes or doesn't. Now, if he doesn't concede any goals, such as here, look, 3-0, 1-0, 3-0, he has the ability to hit anywhere up to sort of the 70, even in 100 mark here. So fantastic, you know. With his accelerator, I would be expecting scores. They're on a cracking run of form. I'm expecting scores with Mies Hilgers as in the 80s. He'll be my first predominant defender that I'll put in, and then I'll have a backup as Benoit. And then again, he's only 21 years old. 21, you see a common theme here. Midfielders, real quick. We've got the big boy himself, which is Enzo Lifi. This guy I targeted again. All these players were targeted about 6-8 weeks ago. I've been doing a lot of research. I got him for around £82.88. He's still been going for around £100, £110 straight after me. So I think I actually got him on a really good value. These were the 2022 cards. I did get a 2021 because I didn't really feel paying £30-40 more for a 2022 card would be really worth it in the long run. So I got Enzo, and again, he's an absolute machine. Runs until June, plays for a nice quality club. I actually got the striker, which you'll see in a second, for under 23s, Lorient, and I got that. I think they're sitting 4th or 5th in the French league currently. He has the ability to score and assist, which is fantastic. Look at these scores, 90s, you know, 70s, 80s, 90s, 100. Even now, where he's having a bit of a and that's his like worst run of form in the last sort of 8-10 game weeks, and he's still hitting around the 60 to 70 mark. You know, the guy is a bit of a freak. As I said, just because Lorient were on a really good run of form, which is where he was getting this, they've just started slumping a bit. I mean, I say slump, they've got to win, they've got to draw, So in 5 games, they've only lost 1, and even the one that lost, he's still got an assist anyway. So with his accelerator, which again is, I think it was roughly about 6-7% I got on him, I should be expecting scores. So again, he'll be my number 1 midfielder. And then the other midfielder I got was Youssef. All these players that I targeted within their respective either Champion Europe or Challenger Europe, they were all in the top 5 to top 7 players for each category. So I made sure that as I cut all the 23 players out, and anyone that was 22 or above, these would all make top 5. If they were 23 or up to the age of 23, they all make top 10. So these are quality players, and next year, when all them 23 players don't qualify and they all go to 24, these players that I've got now will be sitting in top 3, top 4 spots for all categories. So this is planning for a year from now as well. As I said, Sorare for me is something I want to be on for many, many years, and I want to put hundreds and hundreds of thousands more pounds into this game. £61, again, I paid well over. He paid 57, 46. Again, if I didn't go for the 2022, I actually could have got him for £39, I remember, but I paid 20 quid more. We have a look at his scores. Again, we can see here that he is running until the mid-April, end of April. He does have the ability to score, assist, and get in the penalty box, which is fantastic. He always starts games, only have been rotated from the bench a few times, and he never is not in the squad. Look at his stats here, baby. I mean, 50s, 60s, 70s. You know, is he as good as the last guy we just looked at, Enzo's, with the 70s, 80s, 90s? No, but just like Badishil from Monaco, who would be like my secondary, he'd be my secondary midfielder. But look at this, 62, 64, 68, 77, 57, always plays, gets great AA. Doesn't have the ability to score and assist a huge amount, but he doesn't need it because his AA is so fantastic. We can rely on that, and that's with, look, defeat, and he's still coming out with cracking scores. So imagine if they go on to wins and he gets a score and assist, this guy can get the 800s. And again, we're looking for Antwerp. They're actually a respectable team within the Jupiler Pro League, top 10, top 6 or something, I believe. So actually, they're doing fantastic. We'll move on to the next players real quick. Forwards, we got Ken Nkuba. So this is the guy that I originally wanted, but he was injured, I believe. So he's not going to play. I think he's got a small injury or a red card or something. I think it might be a red card. Let's double check. But if you have a look here, he was always going for about 4 to 6 weeks ago when I checked him. He was always going for around about that £100, £130. He dropped down all the way to £41, and I thought, you can't, and that's for a 2022 card. I just thought you can't do it. You know, this guy, look, can literally just jump right up, and he will jump up. It's just a matter of time. He's literally only 20 years old. I've got years and years of him, and he's going all the way until April as well. Look at his structure as well: 59, 58, 54. 49, 53, 51, 52. I mean, the next 5-6 game weeks, absolutely fantastic. The reason why I didn't play, I think, was it an injury? It was. I did do the research. I'm just trying to think now. It's either he got too many yellow cards or he got an injury. It's one or the other, but he should be expelled. What was it? Is it got it on here? Let's just click on him 1 second. No injury or suspensions, so maybe he's back now. It had something on there, a suspension or injury, and that's why. Look at that, until 2026. Fantastic. So we've got this guy here, and that's brilliant. But then I thought I need somebody straight away, so went back to that Lorient, because I thought they're doing pretty well. Surprise team, aren't they, for sort of the French league. And again, got him for £71. If you look historically, he's going for literally double that amount. So I've got players that are on the sort of the down low, but really there's no massive need as to why. I mean, this was literally only 4 weeks ago. Look at this. I mean, set for PSG, he's got a 63 rating, 56, 56. I mean, the next 3 game weeks after PSG are fantastic. 7 goals, 7 assists, a clearance off the line, so 15 contributions. Look at these stats. It's not as if he's been doing horrendous and that's why he's dropped. It's just, as I said, I mean, look at this. 72, 76, 65, 88, 100, 66, 66, 72. He has had a couple of poor games here, but you know, everyone, he got a red card actually, so if he didn't get the red card in the 62 minute and went on to score, you know, do the 90, he may have actually potentially scored. And if he did, that would have been another 60 odd. Because he got the red card, he wasn't in the squad, and that's why maybe his price has dropped a little bit as well. Getting the red card, not playing, it's dropped. I took advantage. Who knows? But he's just come off another striker, you know. So I mean, brilliant. He'll be probably my first choice, him or that. So this is where we are, and the guys that won't fit into the under-23s, was specifically just going to go ahead and put them in the other lineups to strengthen them lineups now. So they're always going to get played, all these guys. We'll just obviously look at the fixture list. Now, in terms of where I am with the teams that I've currently got for this game week, we're going to have a little look and go to my results. And I don't know how, well, I do know how it's going. I mean, it's not fantastic. I've had a few surprise packages. We'll have a look at the first game week. This is All-Star, obviously I prioritise All-Star. Went in for Gerard Delafou. You know, I think Mbolo, Isaac's Success assisted the goal coming from the bench. Oh, excuse me, guys. Yeah, he came on in the last 26 minutes, assisted a goal for I can't remember Bola. Is that better? But Delafou got a yellow card, was taken off. It is what it is, and you know, can't cry over spilt milk. But I rolled dice because Matt Hummels midweek just gone, only played 45 minutes, and they went on to win that game. So I thought, well, if they put something off after 40 minutes because they want to play him, you know, weekend, which they did. So I'm really happy that I made that decision. And obviously Lars Unneston, that he's playing at home, Travis Ford playing at home, and Union St. Galois playing at home. So if these guys can all hit me out another, I mean, 60 points each, there's 180 points with their accelerators. That should bring me to around let's say around the T1. If I can hit a T1, a Tier 2 or a Tier 1, preferably obviously a T1, I think me getting a star, they would have to have like 100, 150 or something like that. I just don't think that's going to happen. But Tier 2 I should definitely be in if they all, you know, bang for me. So I'm hoping for good things there. This one was a bit disappointing because obviously I've still got these 2 players to play. I only need another 110 points to get the threshold, which to be fair is only like 55 points per person, and they both have the ability to do it. Mohamed definitely, and Demetrius is quite consistent. The problem I've got is that this guy only came in for the last 25 minutes of the game as a striker. He always starts every game week, just didn't start this game week, and because he didn't start, they went on to lose the match and he didn't score. So this could stop me, but I'm not expecting the top, but I would love to get the smaller threshold. Where we are here again, you know, it's star. No one really cares about if you hit podiums, fantastic, but you just always want a star player so you can just keep improving this, have more better players. So as long as these both score in some capacity, you know, 65, 70 points each, I'm sure I'll get a star player on this one. Challenger Europe, again, you know, he conceded 2 goals, didn't get the 3 goals conceded, so he kept a respectable score of 40 with 2 goals conceded. But because Pepe got 95 points, which I'm killing myself that I didn't put him into here, so he'd get the 95 and captained, so then he would have got 110 points. Then I would have been looking at a potential star player, but now it's a potential tier 2 or tier 1. But it is what it is. So Pepe with a 95 makes me think, you know, if these all get 50 points each, that's 150 points. That brings me to around a tier 2. If a couple of them or one of them can get a really high score like Hughes and Sock, or he keeps a clean sheet, for example, in that scenario, but then he wouldn't, because then if he scores, he would have to not keep clean sheet. So I don't know how it would work. Maybe he can get a cheeky assist. But again, a tier 2, you know, love to get a tier 1. I bought this goalkeeper just for this game week. He's 35 years old, and I think he actually did cost me £35 or something, but it's because he was playing, they only had 1 game left. I could sell him now for 34 quid, he's going for around 20, so I'd lose about 10 quid. I could keep him. There's a lot of goalkeepers that play at 36, 37, 38 years old, so I do believe he'll probably play for next year, and he's a good rotationary. But as I said, I'm going to be prioritising Asia and America next year and getting incredible players for each position. So these are just more rotational goalkeepers for the time being. But he is playing actually for a really respectable team, and if it wasn't for that red card, he would have actually came out with around a 70. So he could actually be a first choice goalkeeper next year. I think they've made top 4, top 3 or something. Champion Europe Limited. Oh, these are a couple of new players as well. Sorry, I got Karuko and Takumu Suzuki. I've got some new players that I'll show you in a second, guys, as well. Champion Europe, I'm not really bothered about. He didn't play, played crap. I'm not bothered. He won't play, so let's forget about that. Legends, I mean, it says I'm sitting in 42nd currently, and I've had, look, a 92 and a 78. No doubt Real Madrid against Vallecano will go ahead and, you know, I'll get a really good score there. He's started to play now, and hopefully he plays. I mean, who knows, this could be my best Legends squad yet. Even though I put my crappiest team in, this could be the best one. We move to Specialist. I mean, I don't have anything to say because they haven't played yet, but that's a great start. You know, I put him in because it was the, you know, the last of the sort of MLS games, and I want to utilise the players. And he does normally score or assist, or, you know, he has good AA. I put him in, he got a cheeky goal, fantastic, a 3-3 draw. These are quality players. 2 strikers were under 40 players, so I mean 40 or under. I don't know if they have the ability to score, sometimes they don't, but both of them always play, and they normally play between 80 to 90 minutes. So they both have the ability to score. These two, you know, let's just hope he gets an assist, he keeps a clean sheet. Specialist could be, well, even if they got 30, 60, 90, 120, 140 points, so the standard 35 beats, 140 points would get me a tier 3. If I get a cheeky assist or a couple of goals or something, I might be looking at tier 2. Again, no tier 1, I don't think. Under 23s, nobody's played, they're all playing today, I believe, so I'm very excited to see how my very first under 23 squad goes. I do think you need around 350 to 400 points to get rewards and things, so you do really need each player to be knocking out. But as you've seen the scores, each one of these has the ability to hit between 60 to 100 points. All of them do, minus the goalkeeper, who can get around 40 to 60 points normally. So I'm expecting these boys to, fingers crossed. Problem is, because they're against PSG, these 2 boys here, if there wasn't against PSG and against a, you know, a lower caliber team, I would be thinking about hitting. But because of these 2, they might get punished, and then it means relying on these 3 players. So I don't know how that's going to work out. It's a gamble, honestly, but PSG do leak a few goals sometimes, you know. Underdog 45, nothing happening here, so we'll skip that. Vitinha's letting me down lately, so it's just annoying me. Underdog Limited, Marcus Pink, you can't see it there, but he actually went on to score a goal, and I think he's on something like, I can't see it from a picture, but I think he's on 70, 80 points, and I've got another 90 points here. In fact, work it out, 90 from there, so that would mean he's on 79 points. So he's around 80 points, and he's around 90 points, so I'm actually doing very well. If both of these start, which they will start, that's their 70 points there, 70 points. why does it do all this? Why does it do the things when you go on the other one? It doesn't. 70 points roughly with their accelerators, whatever, gets me around a tier 2. So I'm looking for here if I can get a tier, if I can get a rare, because I think you get rares in this one, like tier 2 rare or something. So if I can get rares, I'll be very, very happy. So that's where I am with the players, the squads, and what I wanted to show you real quickly is my new players real quick, guys. I said I only wanted 15-20 minutes. It's been 24 minutes. We're going to quickly just bury this now real quick. I look at my club and just look at, that was a tier 1 common that I won. Here's the goalkeeper that I got for future. Well, it's 35, but 34, sorry. We've got the 7 players for under 23s, a couple of commons that I won here. I needed last week some players, so I got MLS, and I got an Asian. This player I'm really excited about. Obviously, he's scored big for me. John Gallagher I just threw him because I needed somebody, but really he's like a defender or something, but I got a forward card. And then this player I'm very excited about because, again, this player specifically I bought because I'll be using him moving forwards. He's only 28 years old, well 29 years old. He's only got a small rating, but that will increase. Look at these scores: 72, 68, 86, 53, 63. He always bangs around the 60s to 80s. And again, looking at New York City, they're a really, really class outfit, and he's a cracking defender. So I'm very happy with him as a purchase. And then I'm going to actually go ahead and buy more players, guys, because as I said here, I just want to go on field, and I got some more players. As you can see, I've won some different players here, and I've won some extra players here. So I've actually been very, very busy, and the club's really building, but I really want to be going and buying some top players, guys, you know. So for example, well, I'm not going to do that in this video, but on the next video I'm going to show you specifically the Asian players I'm going to be buying and the MLS players I am going to be buying. It'll be like another £500 to £600, but once I've bought both of them players, then I'll have a full under 23 squad, a full Asia squad, a full American squad, all-star squad. Obviously I'll have more than enough players to field an amazing specialist and an underdog as well, and then all the other ones like the Challenger Europe, you know, the second division, I'll have that amount of players. I'll be able to just field all them squads as well. So I should be able to field 12 to 15 squads starting from now going into, you know, the early next year with all the new season starting. So I'm really prepping. Once I've done that, I won't be putting money in the game probably for like a year or something. Then players I'll have will be the players I'll be relying on that and grinding out, you know, wins and things and stuff. So that's what I'm going for. But I always wanted top squads for all limited categories, minus just Challenger Europe and so on. The other ones I'll just field them, but like 5 or 6 amazing squads. And then next year, with money coming in, I'll then start fielding better rare players and improving on that aspect. But right now, limited, I always wanted to spend 1 year solid on limiteds and get incredible foundations, and then next year then moving something else. I never wanted to run before I could walk, and the NBA and all that, it's all exciting, but I'm not going to be putting money into there. The World Cup coming up, not fielding loads of money into there. I've got more than enough players, and time the World Cup comes around, I'll have all my Asian, all my MLS players. So no doubt I'll have, I mean, I've actually got now roughly what, £2.5 sitting in there. I'll have over £3,000 minimum, three and a quarter or something in the coming month. I've got 119 players. I'll end up having another 10 players on there. So I'm aiming to get that 120, 130 mark, get rid of a few deadwoods, but still have around 130, 140 solid players. And with that amount of players within the next 4 to 5 weeks, 3 or 4 weeks, I should be able to have players for World Cup anyway when they start. And no doubt Sorare are going to do World Cup tournaments, etc. I'll just use them players and I'll just put them all in for teams, because I do have amazing players and they will play for their national leagues. I just know it. So it's a case of just work with what I've got. But that's really my philosophy on the game. That's what I'm doing. That's what I'm working towards. I hope you guys are excited for my new teams, new outfits, and a new motivation. So it's all fantastic. But again, guys, if you are new to the channel, then subscribe, like, comment, all that good stuff. I've really missed not doing the content. I've been obviously hitting it hard, but just behind closed doors. I've been back in the chat. Once it's all uploaded, I'll start fielding all my squads and chatting back in the Discord. So get yourself to the Discord. You've got a cracking bunch of lads. I say it every week. So get in there, chat to them, and they'll be able to help you. But for me, I'll read us in and let's rock out. Peace and love.